Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 7, February the 12th through February 18th weekly wrap up. Okay. So this is the wrap up. I'm recording this late because we had a swim meet this weekend. Kiddo did absolutely freaking amazing. We gave him the goal to swim his 1650 freestyle in under 20 minutes. And lo and behold, what does he do? He ends up crushing it and drops like 33 seconds. Kills it. Kills it, kills it, kills it. Whew. And we're super proud of him. He did amazing all weekend long. And yeah, that was amazing. Last week, I officially started my new job as a swim aide for right now until I can get my certification to become a full-time water safety instructor. Super excited about that. This week is going to be jam-packed with work. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but I really hope that I get a lot of reading done. And I got some bookish packages, so let's jump into those. So I received an envelope from what I'm probably thinking is a promo from Lisa Renee Jones, and it includes the cover of her new book, which is Bastard Boss by Lisa Renee Jones. She wanted to share this new release. And here's the first 5 chapters. Oh, great. So I can do like a 1 chapter thing. I've never done one of those. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would like something like that. If I did like a 1 chapter challenge. Sounds like fun. You guys know I am all about dirty talking alpha billionaires. Is he a billionaire? Bad boys, dark romance, things like that. It says that he's been left with some scandal, so super intrigued by that. I am definitely in my romantic suspense era right now, so super excited about that. And if you didn't know and you wanted to meet Lisa Renee Jones, you can meet her at Readers Take Denver. I won't be able to go, but there are going to be so many authors there. If I was into traveling and things like that, I would have tried to get a ticket, but I'm not. So that is happening March the 30th through April the 2nd of 2023. So go check that out. I also received another package that I am thinking is possibly a bookish package. It sounds kind of bookish. It was sent directly to me and not my bookish address, or named as my bookish address. So we will see what this is. Oh, I am so excited. I am so excited right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, this must be the... So, little hint right there. I'm super excited now. I am so excited. I have loved this series for quite some time now, and I did not know there was another book coming out, but I'm super excited that there is another box coming out for West Investigations. Yay! They solve crime, their family. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got this cute little box right here. Cute stickers. For all you people that don't like law enforcement, this is not going to be the series for you. But if you do like romantic suspense with law enforcement, this is going to be your thing. I love Pursuit of the Truth. Missing at Christmas, Christmas Data Breach, Shielding Her Son, all by Katie Richard. If you guys didn't know that, if you couldn't see that. And we have... She sent me a cute little evidence bag with some goodies in it. And a copy of the new one. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And the new book is called Catching the Carling Lake Killer. Ah, yes, this is our new one. It's about a journalist and the Carling Lake Sheriff, Lance Webb. Super excited for that. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to read this. I cannot wait to read this. Super excited. She also included a copy of Cold Case Deceit by Jacqueline Thomas. This is a love-inspired cold case inspirational romance book. So kind of excited to read this one. It's Cold Case Unit Supervisor Pippa Stevenson is willing to investigate an unsolved murder of her ex-fiance without his help. Ooh. So super excited about that. So thank you, Katie Richards, for sending me this adorable box. I am like loving it. I think it's super, super cute. And it was super unexpected. I greatly appreciate it. At the beginning of the year, you guys know I have been loving Zillow, and I decided to purchase some more glasses with my new prescription. So let's check out these new lenses. Super excited. They always come so like securely wrapped and everything like that. So money box. Yay. Oh, these are so much prettier than I thought they were gonna be. Like, I thought they were cute, but I really, really like the style of these. Oh, these are bomb. Yes, loving these. I think these are so cute. Ah! I don't think I'll be able to wear those in the pool though. Oh, these are super adorable as well. I got these specifically because I think they would be really, really cute and fun for the kids to sort of vibe with me with. Oh, what? Yes, I love them. Love them. Got the whole little pink, purple, yellow thing going on. Yes. Now my blue pair like this or similar to this are such a huge hit, and I absolutely love them. So I had to get this pair. Yes. I love these. I don't think I'll be wearing them in the pool though, because this whole sparkle thing, I don't want to like damage them, but I'm here for these. I am, yes. I think they're super cute. Super, super cute. So at this point, it's like I need to just go ahead and sign up for their influencer program because, whew, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be buying these bad boys up. Like, eating them up. Whew. So, let's get into the books that I did read last week. I started off the week by reading The Many Dates of Indigo by Amber D. Samuel. This is a Black fiction story because I am not even putting it in romantic because it wasn't. I want my hours back on this one. I'm giving it 1.5 stars, giving it 1 Steam fan. Had it as an audiobook. This sadly is a Black author. And it was just boring as fuck. Boring AF. Like, seriously. You have Indigo, then you have Diego, Nathan, and what's Tate? Wow, we got so many names that are so close together. But Diego is the lawyer at her family's firm that is a complete douchebag asshole right off the bat when they first meet. But she still goes out on a date with him. Then you have Nathan, who has some demons of his own, and they start dating, but then they break up because she can't deal with the things that are going on in his life. Mm. And then you have Tate, who has been the BFF since forever, and they briefly had a romance, but then they decided that they weren't going to be romantic anymore and just stay best friends. But then when you find out what the rift was, it was like, really, really, what? And the whole the I mean, when I hear many, I'm thinking many dates of Indigo, that she's going to be like on a dating app going on multiple dates that are just going to be bad, and it's just going to be sort of a rom-com. This cover, for one, gives me multiple men, and there's three, and one of them you technically aren't supposed to count because it's the best friend. Boo. And then there was just a whole lot of shit going on, like shit with family, shit with friends, shit with just shit to be going on. It felt very, this is a episode of. Each chapter felt like an episode. I didn't feel like whose head was I in? Like, who was I supposed to be following throughout this whole entire book? Just tomatoes. Tomatoes, and I want my hours back. The next book that I finished was the Cupid's Kiss anthology, Penning Valley anthology, and I broke down each one of the stories. So that's what we're gonna do. That's how we're going to do this review. There were 6 stories in this anthology, and I really enjoyed them. To get the average rating and average Steam fans, please go over and check out my Goodreads. But right now I'm going to break down each one of the stories. You will see the same cover for each one of the stories, but they are written by different authors. So the first story that I read was Venus Next Door by Niccoyan Zheng, and this I'm placing in interracial novella, giving this one 4.5 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. I had this anthology as an arc, so this is a Black author. This is neighbors turned to romance. I really enjoyed it. It's like a Valentine's Day thing. So we have Isaac, who is the grumpy sort of neighborhood guy that took over his grandmother's house right after she passed, and loved that the neighborhood was kind of all old people, so nobody really messed with him, and it was just a quiet little neighborhood. And then V ends up becoming his across the street neighbor, and he feels an attraction to her, but is like, no, I had a bad breakup, so I'm not going to deal with another woman. And a snowstorm ends up hitting, where it disrupts the fact that V was going to have a dinner for some of her new coworkers and friends and things like that. She's new to town, and instead of having that party, she's outside scraping and shoveling her snow because of the snowstorm, when Isaac ends up coming over because he has a landscaping company, and ends up shoveling her snow, and they share a meal, and then they share their crushes on each other, and it was just so swooning and sweet, and I loved it. Snowstorm, acts of kindness, and just yes, it was so good, so good. The next story was Just Kiss Me, which was written by Darie McCoy. This is a contemporary novella, giving it 4.5 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. Black author. This is sort of a love at first sight thing going on. We have Ensley, we have Riker. Ensley is she's casually walking around in Vegas, and she has a date, but then the date turns out to be kind of bad. But Riker is a high roller billionaire guy in Vegas, and excuse me. And when he sees her, when she walks in the casino to get away from her weird, strange date, there was just like this spark, this vibe, this attraction. And he kind of steps in and is like, yo, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. And then they feel sparks, and they go from there. I really enjoyed it. It was short, it was sexy, and I was here for it. Then I took a break from the anthology. I picked up Things We Never Got Over, which is Knock 'Em Out #1 by Lucy Score. Placing this in contemporary romantic suspense. Giving it 4 stars, giving it, the Steam fans had it as ebook through KU, as also as an audiobook, and there are content warnings for child abandonment, family dynamics, found family, some law enforcement stuff going on. The family dynamics has to deal with like grief and self-worth, and rifts like that. There is a little bit of a romantic suspense aspect that goes into it, because we have a set of twins that, a set of twins that one calls the other to get help, but then I guess you could say, evil one does some really bad things, and I was leery about the beginning of the story, and then I started to sort of get into it. I love that Lucy, the story is placed in Virginia, in Northern Virginia, which is it's almost like where I live. So I could get this feeling of the small town that she's talking about. But at the same time, I love that Lucy put so much diversity into it without the diversity being like, oh, here's a bingo card of diversity. It was noted that there was diversity in this small town, but at the same time, the diversity didn't overshadow the small town feel. It just made it really apparent that it wasn't a sundown town. So if you know where if you feel me, you feel me. And the people within the town didn't feel like throwaway characters. I would love stories about these extra characters in this town. But Riker is very, this is with Naomi and Knox. Sorry about that. And Naomi is a runaway bride at the same time. So she ends up in this small town with her wedding dress on, with flowers in her hair, and that's when Knox kind of sees her, kind of saves her. But that evil twin that I was telling you guys about, she's the twin. They're like identical, and Knox thinks that Naomi is the twin, and is like, yeah, you're bullshitting me. But then, she kind of finds her way, and he gives her a hand, and I ended up really, really enjoying the story, and I'm actually looking forward to finding out about the next book, even though it is a controversial topic of law enforcement. And even that didn't feel icky in any way, because the way I'm really intrigued to see where Lucy takes this possible corruption story for the second book. Then I went back to the anthology, reading Bows and Arrows by J. Nell, placing this in magical contemporary. Is that what I put on there? Yes, magical contemporary. So giving this one 4.5 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans. This is a Black author as well. This one has content warnings for grief and recovery from loss. And we have Carries and Cree. Carries is a magical being, and he is sort of an anti-Cupid. If people aren't supposed to be together, he is the guy that goes and makes that not be anymore, and Cree is a commercial private pilot educator, and she lost her husband, so she's a widow, and Karis has been assigned Cree to, kind of help her with love and, move her past the grief of her widowed husband, or her dead husband, yeah, things like that. And the two of them have a spark, and I was just like, I loved it. And then the magicalness of it all, I was here for this. I want more. I want more of this world that Nell has created. The next book that I finished was The Gentleman in Red, which was written by uh, Latrell R. Morris. This is a new author to me. I'm giving this book 4 stars, giving it 2 Steam fans. This is another Black author. I would place this one in paranormal romance because we have Trina, we have August. Trina is a middle school teacher and she goes out with her friends and she has this rich guy that lives across the hall from her or down the hall from her. That they have an attraction to each other, but then also he's a vampire. Sorry if that's a spoiler, but the content warning for it is that there's blood play, and the only reason for that is the fact that he's a vampire. That's it. So yeah, it was interesting. I kind of wanted it fleshed out a little bit more, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The next book that I finished was The Continental Honeymoon, which was by McCoy. This is still in the anthology, and this is the 5th book in that anthology. This is a Black love story. It's a sweet novella. Giving it 3 stars, giving it 2.5 Steam fans. This is Jerome and Tasha. They are sweethearts, and he is a Christian rapper. She is just the wife to be, and I felt no steam from this because I think the steamiest thing that it happens or is described is that there's a BJ. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this was just kind of underwhelming, and I was just like, okay, what was I supposed to get out of that? Yeah. So then I finished this anthology by reading Make You Mine, which is by Mo Flames, and this is a TikTok author that I found that was heavily promoting this anthology as well. So I was super excited to, get a little taste of this author's writing, giving this one 4.25 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. This is a secret crushing sort of story. And I wanted more. We have Tanya, and Maxwell. Tanya is a talent agent, and she is working for Maxwell's sister. And the 2 of them have a spark, and they fight this spark until they don't fight it anymore. And when they finally do, the sister is like, don't fuck it up, because if you fuck it up and you drop the ball, Tanya, then I will fire you. No problem. Maxwell is like, I'm willing to risk this. I'm not going to fuck it up. And the 2 of them were, together. Yes. The last book that I read last week was The Mixtape by Brittainy Cherry. And this is a Black love contemporary book, giving it 5 stars, giving it 2.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook, listened to it as an audiobook. This is a Black author. There are content warnings for depression, substance abuse, mental health, grief, the discussion of rape, child abandonment, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. There's some heavy topics in this, so be wary about when you decide to dive into this. I am coming to find that Brittainy Cherry books come to me, and the ones that come to me just organically and are read that really, really move me are the ones that I just organically find. If I push myself to read a Brittainy Cherry book, they usually fall flat. But the ones that just kind of like seep into my life and are like, okay, this is the time for you to read it, are the ones that completely wow me. So in this story, we have Oliver, who is a twin, and a terrible, tragic accident happens where he loses his brother, his twin. He's in the grieving process. The prologue is about why he's grieving, and the rest of the book is about him in recovery and mental health and depression and learning how to grieve. Then we have Emery, who is a single mom, and Oliver comes into the bar that she is a bartender in, and she's also been a huge fan of his before he started grieving, before he lost his brother. And the two of them end up learning to grieve together and learning to work on mental health together, learning to overcome all these different obstacles that are in their lives. And I was just like, it seemed like I cried from start to finish in this book. And it wasn't always grieving tears, it was happy tears, and it was swoon worthy tears, and it was sweet tears, and it was I feel for these character tears. And just I loved this story. I loved this story so much. Oh my goodness. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X Kendi. I'm in my like wanting to know more Black history phase, and that's just where we're at on that one. I'm reading An Arc of Defeat by Evelyn Sola. I went back to Lark Cove by starting Timid by Devney Perry, and I went back to the Montgomery Clan in Texas with All Yours by Janice Dixon. Super excited for all of those. All right, so that concludes this week's video. I'm surprised that I got all this out. I hope you guys liked it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. All my information is down in the description box, along with the playlist for the Let Me Introduce You series. Suggestion form is down there, and all of that. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in another video.
If you come with me tonight, I can show you things you've never seen. If you come with me